Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is another work group in our AI for Real Estate by WeOwn.Academy series that we have been working towards launching our very first peer learning cohort AI for real estate. And on the screen here is the Google Docs, and you can actually find this if you go to WeOwn.Academy, which will redirect to a link tree. And the Google Docs here that I'm talking about is right here. But for your all's benefit, I'm actually going to grab a link to the subtab. This Google Doc is very tab heavy. And here is the link to today's Google Docs agenda subtab. And just scrolling down the agenda, this is a very templated agenda. Again, this is our 24th working group conversation around this. And one of the things that I will go out of my way to talk about on our conversations is our FELG culture: fun, earning, learning, and giving. And just going down the agenda, I actually don't have the agenda here. This is something that I already socialized with Mike and I am Lotus. What we're going to be working on is the other day we were building out our WordPress backend, and this is something that we're going to roll our sleeves up and get to work on. I actually found a template that Tyler and I believe that we can update to accommodate, and this is at our www is where we're going to build our what do you call it? Our backend using WordPress, but this is also where we've got WooCommerce for our checkout. So I shared a link on that, and obviously we're not doing anything regarding an underground renaissance, but that's first and foremost where we're wanting to take the the story brand wire website wireframe that we created the other day, and we'll probably bounce back and forth. I actually have the story brand .ai here at app.storybrand.ai, and this is where brand profiles. I am Lotus, and I went through and created the brand profile for WeOwn.Academy, and then we also created the asset for, let's see, website wireframe. And let's see if right here it is. So date created, date modified, and let's see what it looks like here. So this is where we can start copying and pasting into our website. So let's see, call to action, website wireframe, WeOwn.Academy. And this is one of the things that we're really looking to bring an automation standpoint over time with Story Brand. Not going to unpack all of that because we love the Story Brand. We've been going through Story Brand 2.0 on our Saturday morning book club, and this is Saturday, so this is all fresh in our minds where we were going through that. And before I go on, did you want to share any thoughts around Story Brand from your perspective, Lotus?
Really is a very simple UI UX when you get on the site, and it kind of tells your uh, path, your mission, and your vision, and people can get a clear picture of what your brand is. I really enjoyed that. Very easy.
Donald does such a great job in his book too, as far as just like bringing in relational stories. Like today, the two stories that resonated was, and I don't even think that I brought up the conversation around Dave Ramsey's solutions, because Tyler and I just recently went through Financial Peace University through our local church here in North Denver at Landing Place Church. So that was a story that didn't even take the time to unpack there, as far as Dave Ramsey and what Ramsey Solutions is building over there. But anyway, I'm here on our website, and let me make sure that I can get logged into this if I'm not already logged in. I'll bring that on screen. So it looks like I am already logged in here. with Yonk's team, and this is where we're modifying the page. So I don't have a lot of experience with modifying the details, but let me see if I can figure out where we're at with this. And now this is me going to the WordPress administrative dashboard, and we're here using the Cadence theme. And let me see, I think it's under appearance. So let's see, appearance. And I'm not sure if this is the social share that we're under. And this is another opportunity, Mike, to really help figure out with Spence. And there might be some good examples of, so this is just social share, but Cadence is the framework, the theme framework that Spence from WP Launchify. Let me just bring it up since we're talking about WPLaunchify.com. So Spence is somebody that we just had a conversation with the other day, and we're currently using his minute launch kit, minute launch kit. And this is where we're looking to bring Spence on at the VIP retainer bundle, his consulting offering. So this is where Cadence is his recommended tool in his plugin tool stack for building websites. So anyway, let me go here to themes. And let me see if it's theme builder. Let me try theme builder. Because I quite honestly have no experience with Cadence, and we'll see here too. And this site needs to be cleaned up quite a lot. So this is theme builder seed prod. I'm not going to go through this workflow. And let me see here.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and this, I can't remember which one that I picked out because, well, let me see what the WooCommerce was. And let me just go in another tab here to our homepage, www.weown.academy. So let me just do a search for over here. Let's see. Cadence, here we go, Cadence. Let me just go to Cadence Home because we're in Cadence right now. Cadence is better with AI. Streamlined site building. So let me see. Price settings.
They're using Claude for AI.
Cadence, I'm not sure what they're using under.
Scroll up. Well, that icon that they had in there.
So this is here one of the value propositions here. We have Cadence Blocks Pro installed. Here's an opportunity. Let me grab this in another window. I don't personally spend any time on Facebook, but I know you do, Lotus. So I would encourage you to represent the team here. I'll throw you a DM on Signal to join the web creator community and see what their Facebook group looks like. Documentation, browse docs. So let's see this. Cadence blocks. And I'll send this in Signal. And are you on Signal yet, Mike?
I'm not sure. Let me look. Can't remember if I loaded it
Because
up.
and it's my least noisy communications app, and I think that I Am Lotus and I both share that it's both of our least noisy communications channel, and it's also the most secure. But yeah, if you're not, we can add you to a side conversation because that's where I prefer. Because like I said, it's the only communications app on my iPhone that has a zero inbox with no unread messages. So
I have something on my phone. I just don't have it on my laptop. I'm downloading. Is that
so
WhatsApp?
let's see.
Right?
Cadence blocks, manage headers, manage navigation, manage vector graphics.
Is it
Um,
WhatsApp
what's
or is
that?
that's not WhatsApp, is it? I think
No, WhatsApp is in Zuckerberg's empire there with Facebook and Meta. Signal is a
uh,
decentralized, rolls up to a nonprofit that's not in the greedy company category like Facebook and
no,
Apple and Google.
no worries. I'll find it.
So let's see. I'm not sure like where we actually configure or customize. Let me just click on manage headers. No cadence header found. Okay, so, and again, let's see. Let me just go here to back to appearance and go to themes. And it might be customized. I can't remember if I clicked on customize. So cadence is active. I'm gonna just do an uninstall of this, and let me go to delete, because one of the best practices here, since I'm in here, is to delete unused themes. So 2025 is the out of the box WordPress theme. Probably most of these are the out of the box 2024, 2023. So this is me just following some best practices. And this is one of the things, Mike, just to make note of right now, our WordPress hosting, and this is followed the lead when we had the conversation with Spence last year. We're currently utilizing Rocket.net at the AI agency hosting tier one, and this is something that we can easily ratchet up. I'm not sure how many of the uh, WordPress installs, and this is another use case for Notion of where we can create like a Notion database in around Rocket.net to better keep track of what installations that we have within our dynamic. But we can take that conversation offline.
Okay.
So delete the 2023. So this is just me checking some best practices box that I had been procrastinating on, and you will hear me talk about best practices because, as you know, Mike, it's a lot easier to lay a solid best practices foundation than build some lots of stuff and then attempt to come back and do best practices later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, redoing bad practices is a pain in the ass. Okay, so this is our only theme left. So let's actually go to customize. Let's see if we get to where we're looking at where we're looking at with the cadence theme. Hey, look at this. This looks like what we're wanting to customize. So let's actually um, do, let's see. Can we edit this? General. And maybe let me actually, okay, because it might be using a different thing here. So let me go to pages and posts, all posts. Because this might be like a page. So here's where we're at. This is where the pages are. And let me see if I can find So this is one that I'm going to just delete. This is a trash. So that was the out of the box page that got published here. So this is it's probably a page. Let's look at all pages because there's two main content types in WordPress. There's pages and posts. So like an about page is one. Here's an about event. And you can see here like the ones that are created with WeOwn.Dev are the ones that installed, because I installed this Cadence theme with the Yonks team account instead of WeOwn.Dev. So here, home, front page. So let's actually, this is what we need to edit. Welcome to the editor. Next, get started. Okay, so let's just get to work here. This is what we're wanting to modify. So this is cohort, peer block number 1. And this is going to be June 10th to September 30th. 2025. And let's see, AI for real estate. Let me see if I can get this to fit on one line. AI for real estate. Guess we'll go 2 lines. AI for real estate. And let's grab some stuff here. Transform your real estate game with AI. Let's put that in there. That sounds good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and save this because we're making progress. Publish this. The website's already live anyway. Because that's the nice thing about where we're working. So now I do a refresh. Look at this. Cohort peer block number 1, June 10th to September 30th, 2025. AI for real estate. Transform your real estate game with AI. And then this register now button needs to go to our product page so meet our sponsors. We don't have any sponsors. All right, well, here we are making progress. Now, the question is, shall we continue? Because I always want to be respectful of everyone's time. We're on the hour. We can keep on, because we'll be back here in 2 hours, or we can do a break and come back in a little bit. What's your, keep going or come back in 2 hours?
I'm good in 2 hours. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
I think I have to sign up for that. I know you put out 2, so we can come back later.
Okay, well, that will give me an opportunity to grab a bite to eat. We'll be back here and keep on moving things forward. We're making progress. I love progress. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll be back here in a couple hours. And let me actually, before we bring this to a close, I'm going to grab the event here in our Telegram. And this is our Telegram. We're transitioning away from Telegram, but this is what I was wanting to amplify here is for those that want to join us, we'll be back. If you want to pop on, we build in public here. We love hanging out. And let me get the restream. Let me find that tab. I've got so many tabs open. Throw this in here. We will be back in 2 hours for working group number 25. RSVP on Luma. And here's the link to the Luma event. Oh. And here's the link. Send. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. And do either of you have any closing thoughts before we come back in a couple hours? We'll be a lot more on point because now we know where to go, because this is like, we're all learning here together. This just amplifies how little that I've used. I've used WordPress for a long time, but Cadence is a little different. But because I don't know the workflows, but now have it figured out. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let you all, either Mike or I Am Lotus, give us some closing thoughts.
It's all good for me.
We'll see you guys later. Go eat.
All right, we'll be back in 2. Talk soon.
Cheers.